So you all got a little confused. It's a deliberate treatment. The mind gets a little confused, and then when you lift it, it will be a pure mind. Confusion is necessary for the purification of the mind. If there is no confusion, there is no hunger to knowledge. And when the knowledge comes, now I understood. So without rock, ashes, you cannot clean a vessel. When you put the ashes and share it, it looks really dirty. But then with a little water, you shake it and throw it away. Not only the ashes are gone, but the vessel shines. It's a brassoing. So in your always Vedanta, first confuses you a little brassoing, and then rub it out. Not only the doubt is removed, but the stupidity that you had before also goes away. The mind becomes shined up. Therefore, Krishna, Arjuna, Shankara again continues.
Swamasangamudasinam Parignyayana bhoyatha Nashlishyati chayat kinchit Kadachit bhavi karmabhihi.
The amount of karma that you have done in the past, which are recorded in our inner subconscious personality, those impressions are called vasanas. These vasanas are considered for the purpose of study as of three types. The total vasana that you have acquired from the unicellular organism onwards. In fact, in the animal kingdom, there is no vasanas. It's only at a human being, because there is the ego and egocentric desires in all your activities, and therefore the vasanas are created. So the total amount of vasanas that you have acquired as an intelligent, egocentric, desire-prompted individual in all your past lives, the total vasanas, of which you earned in many, many lives, some of them have become bhalonmukha, ripened enough to give you the results. Supposing in a piece of plot of land, you on one Friday, the same September, one Friday, the same day I mean, you sow the seeds, a mango, a coconut, banana, nimbu, and karela. The same day. Watered them, say, they all come up. Now you find the karela, because of our criminal bitterness, first comes out. Nimbu next, tomato next. Each has got its own time to grow and fructify. Coconut 3 years, mango 1.5 years or 2 years. Each fruit, seeds were put at the same time, watered similarly, in the same plot of land, the same climatic conditions, and yet they each fructify in different periods of time. Similarly, karmas are done, but all karmas will not immediately react or express their results at different times. So from the sanchita, the entire accumulated total bank balance of your stupidities of the past, called the total vasanas, of them A few have become fructified to give the results immediately. They are impatient to give it. It is collecting those vasanas to exhaust them that you have taken this incarnation as the son of your father, living that type of life with physical, mental, intellectual capacities and incapacities is all to exhaust, enjoy or live through the results of those past vasanas, which have become mature. This present set of vasanas that are now expressing through you in your everyday life is called prarabdha. Sanchita, the total. And they are all lying down there in the bank, adding interest. It is there. Of which you have taken some which are immediately ready to give results, and they are called prarabdha. Minus prarabdha, minus that you have drawn from your bank, the total bank balance of last year or last month will be less or more, less only because you have withdrawn from it. That what is left over is agami, meaning money available for you in the future. Agami, this is all simple. When it is applied to you, it is said sanchita karma, prarabdha karma, and agami karma. The rest that is left over. Now, the teachers are been telling us, Vedanta was telling us, that on realizing the truth, the higher state of consciousness, all your vasanas will be exhausted. This is what he said. We heard it. Not that we have tried it. We are still at the intellectual level, gathering information. Oh, I see. There are three kinds of vasanas. Oh, I see. And that will be all destroyed on realizing the highest because you are going to a new dimension of consciousness. Oh, understood. You are not understood. Why? Because it is not something to understand, something to be experienced. But that none of us is ready, because you are not spiritual. You are only camp delegates. Even here, every moment your activities, watch yourself, prompted by your ego, your vanity, your greed. It is natural. You can't give it up. It is not your fault. It is prarabdha. They are the vasanas with which you have come into this world, and your mission in life is to exhaust them as quickly as possible and get out of this place. But we won't, because as we are exhausting, we gather more garbage. And when we leave, the sanchita increases. This is what happens. Right. Now the teacher says, Swa, your own, asanga, udasin, asanga, without attachment, udasina, indifferent. Just as the sun is indifferent to your political changes, economic developments, your sorrows, flood, in famine you are dying in millions. The sun is indifferent. Why? Sun is only illuminating. He did not create your famine. He did not create your disturbances, your political characterlessness of the country, your cultural breakup. He is not responsible for it. He is just illumined. This consciousness infinite in you, who is unattached with anything. He is indifferent, as it were indifferent He is in a different stage. What can the waker do for the consoling the dreamer's sorrows? Indifferent. Because from the waker's standpoint, it never has happened. The dream is only projected by the mind only. Now, parijñāya, having experienced it yourself, not jnanam, parijñānam. Parijñānam, vijñānam. Knowledge, total knowledge. Total knowledge means knowledge arising out of your own direct, private, personal experience. Not that Guru said it, that is not sufficient. The book says, maybe. That is all paroksha. That is all information from others. But when you come to aparoksha jnana, your own direct experience, parijñāya nabho yatha, that this Atman, the Self, is like the space, all-pervading, unaffected by anything, allowing everything to remain in itself, but itself is not affected by them all, just as space. Everything contains in space, but nothing of the objects in the space affects the space. The space is not contaminated by filth, nor it is glorified because of the Ganges flow. It is the same. The air around it may be stinking because of the filth, may be fragrant because of the flowers, but as far as the space is concerned, it is unaffected by it. Similarly, the Atman, the Self, the pure state of consciousness, is in no way affected by the world of plurality and things that are running about, because it appears that it is indifferent to them. Just as a waker's mind is indifferent to the dream happenings or what has happened in the dream. Na slishyati cha, he is not contaminated, sleshanam, wetted by, touched by, contaminated by, cha. Yat kinchit, even an iota is not affected. Hitler destroyed millions of people. The Atman in Hitler, not even touched. How many wars the sun has seen? The sun, not a drop of blood is in the sun. The sun dances in the Pacific Ocean, but it never gets wet. The whole day through he is playing on the sea, but nothing, it is not wetted. In the same way, the Atman, the Self, na kinchit, not even iota, na kadajit. Hey, under special circumstances, may be affected. No circumstances and no time, not even an iota. Bhavi karma bhi. By the future, the rest of the vasanas that are still rest over, they do not affect the Atman, the Self. Even an iota, under no circumstances. So there is no question of a man of realization afterwards. He, in order to fulfill and live through the joys and sorrows of the past to us, will not happen. Why? Everything removed. The income tax people came to know that you have got such an amount there. It's a corrupt amount. What do? CBI comes and takes it away. No trouble. You have got only the bank book in your hand, but no money in the bank. Where they have confiscated the money. In the same way, once you have awakened to the higher state of consciousness, what is left over as the vasanas is all burnt up. They will not affect you at all. Continue.
Nanabho ghata yogena लिप्यते तथात्मोपाधियोगेन तद्धर्मैर्नैव लिप्यते.
But how? After all, the Atman, the self, is functioning through the equipments, and that is the play. And how do you say that after the realization that master, whatever he may do in the world outside, he will not be affected by the new vasanas? All vasanas will go away. How can I accept it? Now the teacher points out, na nabho ghada yogena. Nabha, space. Now ghada, what? Ghada yogena, when the space is in the ghada, in the pot, it is called pot space. The pot space, remember very well, pot space, not the air, is not affected by the contents of the pot. The pot contains sura, toddy. I don't know how Shankara got this idea. In a toddy pot, the space is in the pot, but the space is not touched by that sura, the toddy, it is contents in the pot. Suras gandhena na lipyate. The space is smelling. No, space is not smelling. The air, yes. But remove the pot, the space is as pure as before. Space by itself is no smell. The air, yes, carries the smell, but not the space. Paramatma is in this pot, this mud pot. Inside your mud pot is all sura. Lust and greed and passion and jealousy and nurse, these are all like toddy, drinks, liquor. They're all liquor, full mind, and the Paramatma is inside. Paramatma is so subtle, like space, that even though Paramatma is functioning through Ravana, what is the name? Hitler, all these criminals of the world who have destroyed millions of people, Paramatma is not affected. Because he is like space in a toddy pot. It is not affected by the smell of the toddy. Similarly, tadhad, in the same way, atmopadhi yogena, atman upadhi yogena, when it is functioning through the BMI to create the individual sense, even though it is functioning. Is it not, Swamiji, I do everything because of God's grace? Yes. So the God is the criminal. No, he is untouched. God is not touched. In Western countries, the punishment given to the criminals is not hanging, but it is a comfortable chair. If you see the chair, you would feel like sitting in. And he is well belted. Both the hands are belted, the leg is also belted. And the magistrate will be standing there, looking at the stopwatch, and say, switch it on, finished. And don't tell me that there will be no shake, or I will show you, come on. Finished. Now, dangerous electricity. Electricity kills. Therefore, we shall not have anything to do with electricity. Absurd. Electricity did not kill. That equipment was meant for it, and electricity obliged. Because the government wanted to destroy him. And therefore he connected it. And electricity said, okay, sir. Think? The Atman, the self, is not affected by the equipments of experiences in every one of you, or whatever that equipment is doing it, just as pure space is not contaminated by the contents of a pot. The stink of it is not affecting the space. It will affect the air, but not the space. Tad dharmaihi naiva lipyate is not contaminated by the various karmas that he is doing. Similarly, the man of perfection who has realized the higher state, even though he seems to be working among us, among mankind, serving the mankind and working in the world outside, it doesn't affect him. No new vasanas are created because he has no ego and egocentric desires. He is not attached to these equipments.
ज्ञानोदयात् पुरारब्धम् कर्म ज्ञानान्न नश्यति अदत्वा स्वफलं लक्ष्यम् उद्दिश्योत्सृष्टबाणवत्.
Swamiji, you said that it is all because of prarabdha. The wise man, the man of perfection, is still working in the world outside, suffering and enjoying in the world as any other individual. Why? Where is his vasanas? You yourself said that vasanas are exhausted when the ego is ended and there is the Brahman only. Then why is he working in the world outside? Jnanodayad purvam. Before this realization has come to the individual, that I am Brahman. Purvam, prarabdham karma, prarabdha karma. Arabdham started. Prarabdham prakashena started. So all the karmas that you did in the state of ego and egocentric desires, those karmas went before your knowledge. Those karmas of this life, whatever that you have done here, because the Sanchita is gone, Agami is gone. But in this life, whatever vasana you have brought from the past, plus whatever vasanas you have created in your ignorance before you are awakening to the higher state, that prarabdha. Karma jnanad nanashyati. Okay? All the past vasanas will be destroyed. Nothing residual will be there in the individual for the future because there is no ego. But prarabdha, things that have started taking expression in this life, for which you have taken this equipment and come into this society, into this world, that continues. That prarabdha is not burnt up. Therefore, a great master may be suffering from cancer and in agony and pain as Ramana, Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, as Jesus himself on the cross, a most painful death, or people being shot dead, great souls. All these are. Why is it so? Prarabdha. Swamiji, Swamiji, how can prarabdha karma work? Why? He has realized the highest. No. Prakarshena arabdham. That which has been already started giving you the results will not stop just because you got the knowledge. It will continue and pursue you. Swamiji, doubtful. We can't understand. Second line. Adatva swabhalam lakshyam uddishya utrishta banavata. Now he gives an example. A bana, an arrow that has been left to the bow, aiming at a direction of a thing. It has left the bow. The gun has been pulled. The trigger has been pulled. And the bullet has started running. Who can stop the bullet? Who can stop that arrow? It has to reach the point of attention, point of and it will strike the lakshya. You cannot stop it. In the same way, these are vasanas that have already taken active expression. To fulfill it, you have taken your physical body. Good or bad, your mind. Healthy or unhealthy, your intellect. Dull or brilliant. These equipments have been taken to exhaust the existing vasanas. And it has already taken effect. You cannot stop it. Just as an arrow that has left the bow, the bowman has aimed it at a certain lakshya goal. Once he has left it, he cannot run after it and pull it back. It has to exhaust its own momentum. And if it is well aimed, it will strike the object on which it was aimed at. In the same way, these are the vasanas you have come with into this world. Then in this life, due to the sattvic vasanas in you, you went to a satsang or studied the scriptures, understood it, you had a hunger to know it, and therefore mukshatva, and you practiced contemplation, you woke up. True. You have realized. But the body that came out of the mummy's womb, this has come out of the past karma, not accidental. It has to live through it. This is why the Upanishad says that Mahapurushas suffer or enjoy, whatever it be, those experiences are only because of the prarabdha. Prakarshena arabdha prarabdha. It has started taking effective, it started yielding its results. Even then the student is finding it difficult to understand, therefore he illustrates it.
Vyagrabuddhya vinirmuktah Banah paschattu gomatau Natishthati chinatyeva Lakshyam vegena nirbharam.
Vyagra buddhya, you the hunter, with your bow and arrow, you aimed at a thing passing through the leaves. with the idea that it's a Vyagra, it is a tiger. It's a tiger going, or a lion going, a wild animal going. And therefore you aimed at it and left the bow, left the arrow. The arrow started flying in that direction. Suddenly you realized, ayah, it is a cow. Go buddhi. What can you do? Sit down and close your eyes. Isn't it? Yudhishthir, seeing that sound of the pot being filled up with water, misunderstanding that it must be an elephant. With that sound, aiming at the sound, he left the bow, the arrow. The arrow went and hit that innocent boy who was carrying water to the blind parents. You remember? This is how the Mahabharata started. Any more information about it? Now, once the arrow is left, the man may understand it is a boy, but he cannot pull it back again. Karma done in the past has become fructified, and has started yielding his results, for which you have been born as a son of your father in the family, in a specific predetermined, what do you call that, community, with available things around, everything, not accidental, everything is arranged according to the type of asana that you have got. You have to live through it. You may get to moksha, I mean, as far as the knowledge is concerned or the highest wisdom is concerned, you have already gained. There is no more future vasanas. The sanchita, the accumulated vasanas have been burnt out, but the prarabdha, you have to live through it. It's a nature's law. When I throw a stone up, it is precisely a certain point alone it will come down. Precisely. In whatever angle you may throw, it will come down perpendicular. Whether it is your head or his head, whichever that is in its way, it will hit it. I can't cry out, "Ayo, my child, go." I have sent the stone up. The stone will come down, and my child is playing there. Whoa! That is all that you can say maximum. You can't jump up and take the stone. But where the stone will fall down is geometrically, mathematically predetermined. It is not 1/2 an inch this side or that side, it will come down there. Similarly, karma was done in the past. For its expression, this present body was taken. Among the karmas were sattvic karmas. Because of the sattvic karmas, you had that inclination to know the secret of life. You reached the right type of teacher, again prarabdha. And when the teacher said you understood it, prarabdha, thereafterwards you consistently pursued the path of spirituality, prarabdha. In the midst of that, the brahmachari got an idea, why not marry and later on continue Vedanta. No harm. Why is he feeling that? Prarabdha. Think. In between, he and another brahmachari got pot and then broke the head of both of them. Prarabdha. Nothing is accident. We can't understand exactly what is the cause for every effect, and therefore we say, when we don't know the cause, we say that, accident. Accident? In this cosmos? This is not a chaos. It's a cosmos. We know nothing will happen without a cause. This prarabdha, the past, is not destroyed even though you may gain your knowledge. The past and the future vasanas have been all burnt up, but this you cannot. It is like the arrow that has left the bow in a misunderstanding that is a wild animal, but later on discovered there is a cow. You cannot regret or you cannot do anything. It has to reach there. Thus actions that are done with a stupid misconception that I am the ego, they create vasanas. And even though you have realized I am not ego, I am Brahman, good that you have understood. But those arrows that you have sent out, it has to work itself out. So a Mahapurusha understands that whatever sufferings are coming to him, or whatever applauses he is receiving, reverence and puja he is receiving, he is not worried about it. Why? Prarabdha. Think? Continue.
Prarabdham balavattaram khalu vidam bhogena tasya kshayah samyak jnana hutashanena vilayah prak sanchita gaminam ब्रह्मात्मैक्यमवेक्ष्य तन्मयतया ये सर्वदा संस्थिताः तेषां तत्त्रितयं न हि क्वचिदपि ब्रह्मैव ते निर्गुणम्
Prarabdham Belavataram. Very powerful is the prarabdha. The vasanas that have matured, to exhaust which you have taken this incarnation and presented yourself at the place and time with your equipments now is not accidental. Just as when I throw a stone, where it will fall is not accidental. Though when children play and they hit the ball on the window pane of the neighbor and he will always cry out, sorry, accidentally. When you hit the ball, it was decided that it has to break that stone. It is not, you understand? After hitting it, you may say, Ayah! Ayah, you are Ayah, he doesn't understand the language. It is a law. It is hit in a certain direction, it will go and hit it where it is, aimed at. In the same way, you are where you are. It's the exact place where you should be. Don't sit down and say that I am poor, Swamiji, I am rich, Swamiji, rich, poor, healthy, unhealthy. Chalte hai. It's all because of the vasanas, the past. Prarabdham belavataram khalu vidam bhogena tasya kshayah. That can be ended in the man of realization. Also, it can be kshaya, it can be exhausted and ended only by bhoga, by experiencing it. You have to go through it. You may be a greatest pal of Lord Krishna. And the Pandavas had to go to the forest to live 14 years prarabdha. And Krishna can do nothing but volunteer himself that I am also coming with you and suffer yourself. Oh, there is no other way. And you and I go to the temple and say, oh Lord, protect me, save me. Ah. That is why the idols are made of stone. No, why? Because it's the law. You did it, you have to go through it, full stop. The understanding that this is the result of my own action. See, the ignorant people think that it's all God's vengeance. The dirty God has nothing to do but give sufferings to the world. God never does it. Laws have been made. According to the law, things are going on. He is sleeping, yoga nidra, Lakshmi massaging the leg. He is not involved. Akarta, abhokta. You did it, you suffered, chalo. Your choice. You have been given you the discriminative intellect to live the right life. Build your future. How can I do it? Don't do it. But I am suffering, continue. Hi. There is no other way. Prarabdham belavataram khalu vidam, even with the knowledge, those who have no knowledge, even they. Bhogena satya kshayaha. It will end only through bhoga. Live through it, tighten your teeth, go through it, no complaints. The only consolation is, I created it. In my ignorant days, not knowing what I am doing, I started drinking and therefore I am a drunkard now. It's not Bhagavan made you drunkard. No. He gave you only an innocent baby, you were born. Then later on you learned it, practiced it. But at that time I never thought that I will become an addict. That you did not think it, but now that you are, continue. Nothing can be. Samyak jnana hutashanena vilayaha. In the fire of samyak knowledge, meaning total experience of the higher state, in that great fire of knowledge, vilayaha prag-sanchita agami, all prag-sanchita, earlier earned the total sanchita karma, and that which is yet to come. Both these will be burnt up, no doubt, because there is no ego to claim it. But as far as the prarabdha is concerned, the Mahatma will have to go through it. Brahmatmaikyam avekshya. But those people who are realize this Brahma, Atma, Aikya, oneness of the self in you as a self everywhere, aveksha, constantly meditating upon it, tanmayataya, living life as I am that consciousness. Ye sarvada samstita, those who are thus constantly in that great meditative experience of the higher state of consciousness. To such an individual, tesham, to them, tat tritayaha, all the three, neither there is sanchita, nor prarabdha, nor agami. All the three are gone. Nahi kvajidapi brahmaivate nirgunam. In that realized moment, in that steady contemplative moods, none of the vasanas will affect you. You are beyond all vasanas. So when we say that a man of realization in this state of consciousness, there is no vasana at all, he is gone beyond all vasana. It is true. if he is continuously contemplating and remaining in that samadhi avastha. That is why in Puranas we find that the rishis, samadhi avastha, thousands of years remained, because he is beyond time. Time cannot corrode him. Nature has to preserve the body. Why? Its prarabdha is not over. So nature has to, how will you nature do it? Oh, sun has got enough energy to give you. How does the trees live? Drawing the energy from the sun. Chlorophyll. Similarly, this fellow sitting down there, without food, balanced diet, everything will be given to you. Why? You sit in samadhi, don't worry. But what about, should I not have some bank balance to look after me during samadhi? No. You go into samadhi. Then there is no ego. You are only Brahman. The Brahman that is nourishing the whole universe. Can't he not nurture, nourish? You are 200 pounds of filth. He will look after it, don't worry. See what is that? The birds are there. They sow not, reap not. Are they not looked after by Jesus? By the Father in heaven? Will you not be looked after him? Surrender everything, including the anxiety. Has God come? I am hungry. Has God come? The moment you feel that you are hungry, get up and work and earn and eat. But if I forget that, Sharir is not mine. He will come and look after the body. Why? He is hoping that one time you will come back. Then he moves away, so that let the body give him all his prarabdha. Think. Thus, Lord, forgive them, they know not what they do when you are in the higher. And you, Lord, what have I done that I should suffer like that? Ramakrishna Paramahamsa screams in pain, and in between he goes into samadhi. Two planes of consciousness. When you are in the higher, nothing touches you. The moment you come down, prarabdha is ready to catch you. And those prarabdhas, really speaking, the teacher has earlier said in all the Upanishads that all vasanas have exhausted. True. Then where is the vasana for him? This is not explained here, but it is, it is not dealt with here, but it needs explanation. Every one of you, in yourself, you are the subject, and everything else in the world is a world of objects. You are all objects in my life from my standpoint. I am the subject and you are here. Why? My prarabdha. What is your prarabdha, Swamiji? Kya kare? I must talk on Gita and the Upanishads and Vivek Chudamani. And I can't talk when there are not others. Therefore, Narayana is to supply all of you. Whether you like it or not, with permission or without permission, you have to come here. Why? Narayana has to give me an audience for my prarabdha. Even though thus I am the subject and you are all the objects, from the standpoint of every one of you, you are the subject and I am an object in your life, isn't it? Hang! It is mutual. It is my prarabdha that I must talk to you, and it is your prarabdha to sit down and listen. Whether birds are doing their best or not, you have There's no other way. It's mutual. Thus, every husband can say that, I don't know why my prarabdha, I married you. She can also silently say, because she is a Hindu lady, she will not loudly say. Millions of people are there in India, I don't know why I married you. Isn't it? Hey, the lady can say that it is her prarabdha that I married you. And the husband also can say that my prarabdha is all mutual. Therefore, this body is being maintained not because of only my vasanas, but all your vasanas. You must have the Swami Chinmayananda sitting here and croaking from morning and evening. He has to. Swamiji, start. And I have to. Because this body is product of your vasanas. You want to hear Vedanta, and that too in English, and not in Hindi. Think. So, English-speaking Swami has to come. He tried to go. Heart trouble and all that. Bhagavan said, no, don't go. Why? These vasanas have to be pull it back again. It's true. If my son is very intelligent and very successful, it is my prarabdha. Not only his prarabdha, but it is also my prarabdha as father that I have a precious son. If that son is constantly under government protection, what can I do? I can sit down and cry. Why? Not only the child's birth, prarabdha, but my prarabdha also. It is both. Until you realize the highest and remain there, prarabdha will pursue. And if you thus go on only in that reality for thousands of years, the prarabdha will maintain the body so that you, when you come back, start yielding the old vasanas. Never can you escape it. Think. What a brilliant thought. No explanation. So that the Upanishad Rishi is keeping all these ideas in the mind. He said that the master functions because of prarabdha. Teshantritayam.
उपाधि तादात्म्य विहीन केवल ब्रह्मात्मनैवात्मनि तिष्ठतो मुनेः प्रारब्ध सद्भाव कथान युक्ता स्वप्नार्थ संबंध कथेव जाग्रतः.
Therefore, upadhi tadatmya vihina kevala. Kevala atman, the self. Sajadiya vijadiya tu swada beda brahita eka vastu. Kevala, pure consciousness. Without any contact with the upadhis, the body, the mind, the intellect. Forgotten the body, mind and intellect, and ever reveling in that higher state of consciousness. Upadhi tadatmya. You and I at this moment, we live as I am the body. This is myself. The body is me, the mind is me, the intellect is me. When all these are forgotten in your intense contemplation of the higher reality, and you have woken up to that point. So, upadhi tatatmya vihina kevala kevala brahmatmani vatmani tishtato mune. That contemplative sage, tishtataha means existing, sitting, in the understanding that Atman and the Brahman are one and I am that. Actually, that ego is no more, but it is awakened to the higher state of consciousness. To such an individual, prarabdha sadbhava katha na yukta. You cannot say that he has got a prarabdha. It's not yukta, it's not right. To this katha, this story, what? There is prarabdha because of which it will. Shankara wipes out the idea. There is no prarabdha for him. He is reveling in that state of experience. Just as when you are sleeping, deep sleep, you are neither the devil that you are, the abrahmachari that you are, the overeating fool you are. None of your weaknesses are there, nor the goodness in you. Why? You are in a different plane of consciousness, deep sleep. When thus an individual is in that divine embrace of the infinite self, where he is realized and experiencing I am that consciousness alone, to such an individual, to say that he has got prarabdha is all na yukta. It is not proper. It is not possible. Sopnartha sambandhakadheva jagrata. Sopna avastha mein jo kuch, whatever experience that you had, on waking up, where can the sopna avastha ever affect you or pursue you? In the same way, as an ego, in your ignorance of the higher reality, you have lived here. Here there is a rhythm. Your karmas will follow you. The result of the karmas you have to sacrifice. You have to live through. But once the individual has awakened to that state of consciousness and he is ever reveling in that experience divine, to such an individual to say that it is prarabdha of his is na yukta. It is not proper. It is not logical. Just as on waking up from your dream, how can the dream world and its consequences follow? So it is not true. Whenever that man, Uttan, when he awakes from that state of consciousness and again identify with the body, mind and intellect, then he sees a world of plurality. People ready with a lathi to kick you. Why? Prarabdha. Or people ready with flower vessels, flower pots to worship you. Prarabdha. But while you are in that state, no prarabdha, no agami, nor any future one, nothing. Sanchita or agami, nothing affects him, because it is all meant for the ego. And if the ego crystallizes again, there will be prarabdha.
Nahi prabuddha pratibhasa dehe dehopayoginyapi cha prapanche karotyahantam mamatamidantam किंतु स्वयं तिष्ठति जागरेण